Welcome to Stuff Field once again, and this, the 10th day of competition for the 2018 World Military Women's Football Championship. As they come onto the pitch for our second game of the night, would you please welcome the two teams from Group B. They are the women's military teams from Germany and Brazil. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the playing of the national anthem for Germany, and please remain standing for the anthem of Brazil.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stout Field here at Fort Bliss, Texas. Let's go back to the public address. Ladies and gentlemen, CISM's motto is friendship through sports, and it has reigned supreme here at Fort Bliss, Texas. With the spirit of CISM once again at play, we wish the best for each of the teams in the game tonight. Again, we remind you that this is the 10th day of competition, and we want to remind you that the Military World Cup is being conducted by the Conseil International du Sport Militaire. That is French for the International Military Sports Council. We know it by its acronym, CISM. Founded in 1948 with 5 original countries, this year marks the 70th anniversary of CISM. Today, CISM has grown into the second largest multi-sport organization in the world, second only to the Olympic Games. Comprised of 138 member countries, CISM conducts more than 20 military world championships for its member nations each year. Again, the best of luck to our teams tonight in their pursuit to win the Women's Military World Cup. So once again, hello everyone and welcome to Snout Field here. We've had the introductions of our teams tonight. Welcome again to the 11th edition of the World Military Women's Football Championships. I'm Van Stokes and we're glad you could join us once again for this game. It's the final day of play in Group B here in the quest for the Women's Military World Cup. And after France defeated Bahrain 8-0 in a game that just ended, we are now ready for the final match of group play. And it's going to be Germany going against Brazil in the second game here. A win by Brazil would put them in the gold medal match against Korea. That's on Tuesday night. The Republic of Korea earned the right to play for the championship by defeating China last night by the score of 2-0. Good soccer before us and good soccer coming up. We take a look at our officials on the field. Our officials on the field tonight. Xiu Mi from China will be our referee. Assistant referee Don Frisian from the Netherlands, Sebastian Cote from Canada, and our fourth official handling administrative duties is Giancarlo Pavone from Canada. So you have Germany out. They've got the green shirts, the white numbers. They've got the green pants and the green socks. Brazil, they are out in the yellow jerseys, white pants, and they have the white socks. As we said, Brazil wins this. They will be going for the championship. Germany wins this. It might throw Pool B into criteria to determine the winner, but we shall see. As I welcome to the broadcast right now, Solène Barbance from France. And Solène, you played in the first game with France, scored the first 2 goals for France, very active. We welcome you to the broadcast tonight. So,
hello.
Again, congratulations on France on playing very well in this tournament. They were not able to get by Brazil in group play, but still, they played very, very well as a team.
Yeah. I think we are able to finish in the second position. It depends on this game tonight. So we wait now.
We will wait now, and we will see how it goes.
Yeah.
We are underway here.
Yeah.
And again, Brazil on the attack. Love to give you some names, but I just haven't had the time to write down these starting lineups. They got to us just a little bit late. So we will do our best to call them for you. Solène, you are an international military player for 2 years. You play the midfield.
Yeah.
And you were all about business when you were out there. How long have you been playing soccer?
I started when I was 6 years old, so now it's 20 years. It's my passion, so I'm really happy to be here and be in a competition like that. 2 years ago we won this competition, so I wanted to restart the adventure, and it's going to be hard this year, but we are still in the competition, and maybe try to get the third place.
The third place, you're talking about the bronze medal match.
Yeah.
And that will be against China. That will be at 10 o'clock on July the 3rd.
Yeah, we're watching them already. And it's a very good team, so it's going to be a hard game.
I saw Brazil in the stands last night, but I also saw the team from France in the stands last night, watching Korea and China move down towards the goal. Very quick is Brazil. What are your thoughts about Brazil as a team? They play very, very well.
Yeah, I think during the first half they were better than us. They are more aggressive and technical, and we were late on a lot of balls, and it's normal that they score quickly during the game. And after, in the second half, it was difficult because I got a red card. So
that's why you're here with me.
Yeah.
That's why you're here with me in this booth, because
yeah.
of the red card that put you out for 2 games.
Yeah. My competition is finished, so I'm happy about that. But I hope my teammates are going to do the job.
Well, I'm sure they will. They did a very good job against Bahrain. They played very technical and very tactical both. Now here comes Brazil. Down to the side. Moving it down goes Selena Dietrich. And she will get out of the play. Now, Brazil is very fast.
Yep.
They enjoy themselves. They are happy out there in the field. They talk a lot. They move quick. They have good skills. And they can also play the long pass and transition quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think Germany will do to stop them? Shot down towards the goal to the outside.
The first thing is to defend together, and after maybe try to attack fast, because Brazil is a good team in all the lines, so it's going to be hard for them to score. So maybe to try to defend, and after play one or two balls to score two.
They will have to play defense, but here they come on offense right now.
Yeah.
Selena Begunk.
Yeah.
Left side, opportunity for Germany, but Brazil quick on defense. That's their speed. They get back on defense so very fast.
Yeah.
They transition nicely.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Sarah Begunk. And here comes Brazil, back down the other way. Oliveira down the right side. Oh, she is fast. Tracks the ball down, comes back to the center. Shot opportunity, but taken away nicely that time by Dietrich. Germany going very much with the similar lineup as they went the other night. So I rely upon my sheets from the other night while we continue to fill out our lineup card up here in the booth for this game. And Brazil also going with very many of the same players. This is a game that Brazil feels they must win, and must win convincingly.
Okay.
Now, Solene, is this your first CISM competition? Did you play previously?
Yeah.
In 16. You were on the championship team 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. It was against Brazil. In final, we won 2-1.
Over Brazil.
Yeah.
Do you think that when Brazil came to this competition here in El Paso, Texas, at Fort Bliss, they came with a very strong goal in mind, and that was to beat France?
I guess.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
So only in the 5th minute, they have traded positions on the field. One run by Germany and 2, maybe 3 runs by Brazil coming down looking for the goal. Brazil was an attack team. They attack so fast that you must be ready.
Yeah. Well, I hope Germany will defend together and keep their goal without...
We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah.
The interesting thing in the Brazil game against France is after you went out of the game, France played even with Brazil for maybe a very long time.
Yeah.
A very long time. And Brazil scored goals towards the end.
Yeah.
Brazil scored goals, I think, towards the end after you went out of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Wait.
Near the center of the goal, and it goes over the other side. In other words, I thought it was a very even game until the final 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Final 10 minutes.
We got a few situations to score too.
Yeah.
So.
Now talk about your players from France. They come from all Division 1, Division 2 teams,
Yeah,
correct?
exactly. Yeah.
And it's a whole new team. It's not the same team.
Yeah, no. We are from 10 teams, I think.
10 teams in France.
More than that, yeah.
Okay. Over to the right side now. Machado. Brazil will take its time to set it up. And Dressa Rosa in the back, and they will set things up from the back. They use the whole field. They go from side to side. France also did a very nice job of using the whole field.
Yeah.
Stretching it out. Finding passing lanes and running lanes. Long pass downfield. And Brazil quick to recover. Over to the right side. Machado. Out of bounds on the right side. Germany will throw in the ball. The match that you were in was also a very physical match, and I think this will be a very physical match too.
Yeah, I think too, because it's how Germany play, and I think Brazil is more technical.
And Germany may be more physical.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Now you have seen some goalkeepers here in this competition too.
Yeah.
I kept talking about Abdullah, the goalkeeper for Bahrain.
Yeah.
She was under attack the whole tournament.
I think she's one of the best. Yeah, she's surprising.
Very much surprising. Yeah. I hope Bahrain comes back to this to this competition.
Yeah.
They were beaten 9-0 and 8-0.
Yeah.
9-0 by Brazil. Bahrain was beaten 8-0 in the game just before this by your team, France.
Yeah.
So in 2 games, they gave up 17 goals.
Yeah.
But we want them to come back. And even though they gave up that many goals, still the goalkeeper, Khalid Abdullah, played very well in the goal.
Yeah.
Fighting for the ball in the center of the field now. And it goes over to Germany. Long pass down the left side. Volker's going to be there. Volker's alone. She's going to have an opportunity. She'll center it over towards the goal, and a beautiful save that time by Renata Santana for Brazil. You get the crowd applauding nicely. It was well played by Germany, but they just could not finish. Soline Barbons from France visiting with us in the booth here today. You can have a play like that, Soline, but you must be able to finish in the goal.
I try. I try. I know it's difficult. So
very
after
difficult.
Too much already, it's really difficult to stay focused and be able to score.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
You play midfield. What is the most difficult thing about playing midfield?
To take the good decisions quickly.
Be in position quickly, whether it's offense or defense, to control the play.
Yeah.
All the way down on the right side. Janice Loris in the goal. So far, a couple of shots on goal by Brazil. Only one shot on goal by Germany. And they had the best opportunity, did Germany, but they just could not make it. When we look at our midfielders, Soline, we are looking at midfielders who set up scoring opportunities. And like you say, they must make the transition, be ahead of the play, but then you set up these scoring opportunities. Now, in your case, you scored 2 times.
Yeah.
So you not only set up scoring opportunities, but you also scored yourself.
Yeah, I like to be in the midfield, but I like to go to attack and try to score and give the last ball from one of my teammates.
And the skills that the midfielder has, you must be able to pass and to dribble, to shoot, to win the challenges of the balls in the air, to play good defense. Midfielder can be a very difficult position to play.
Yeah, but I prefer to play in midfielder than defender. I don't think I would be a good defender, so...
That's what you like, the action.
Yeah.
You like the action, I
exactly.
can tell.
Yeah.
Good kick by Germany. They get it out. Oh, nice behind the back kick by Brazil. And they will try to set things up. Comes back over to the right side. Machado again. She centers the ball. Back to the middle. And Germany will take possession. Swarming around. Jana Volker in the center. Brazil will get it back. Germany will take it again. Nice play by Ludwig. Jill Ludwig. So my thanks to Steve Denote for helping to fill out my broadcaster cheat sheets. Here's the way they set up in Germany in the goal. Janine Loris, she's joined by Silke Hagel. Jill Ludwig, Sarah Bagonk, Vanessa Scrotti, who had 2 goals in the last game, Jasmine Hommel, Jana Volker, Kirsten Stigeman, who is the player coach, Selena Dietrich, Sarah Menertz, and Sabrina Braunschweig. That's the German 11. And for Brazil, they're on the march again. Down the right side on the long pass, nobody there. In the goal, it's Renata Santana. On the field, it's Rayana Machado, Pamela Vasconcelos, who is the leading scorer in this tournament with 5 goals, Barbara Ferreira, Jane Oliveira, Andressa Rosa, Fernanda Lison, Diana De Silva, Beatriz Dominguez, Flavia Feliciano, and Juliano Ferreira. And out of bounds on the near side, Brazil's ball. No score in this game. We're at the 13-minute mark. Good cross pass that time, and knocked out of the way by Sabrina Braunschweig from Germany. Germany coming into this game has 2 yellow cards. One went against Anna Voxel and one went against Jenna Volker. Voxel's yellow card came against Brazil. Volker's came against Bahrain. Brazil's coming with the corner kick from the far side. Germany shut out in the first game against France 6-0. There's the cross kick. The header opportunity. Aerial ball. Nice play by getting it up in the air. They'll fight for it. And back into the hands of Janine Lars it goes. So Vanessa Scrotti is the only one that has scored goals for Germany in this game. Meanwhile, Brazil has 6 different players who score goals. That's one of the great things, I think, Selena, about Brazil is everybody can score.
Exactly. So it's really difficult to know who is the, if there is one player to take or, they are dangerous.
Now, I have to ask you this because you do such a very fine job. Where did you learn to speak such good English?
I think it was 4 years ago. I came to Ireland for 1 year because I wanted to speak English. Because before it was a big, how to say that, difficult for me because I wanted to speak with different people in different countries and I couldn't. So I decided to go in Ireland and now I'm able to speak about a lot of things. So
that's good.
Yeah,
you
that's
like
good.
that.
Yeah.
You like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And you, like in soccer, in football, you must overcome the difficult things that are before you.
Exactly.
But it's also the same way in life. You must take on the big challenges that come before you.
Exactly.
Football, very much of a physical and mental challenge. Corner kick from Brazil, far and away, and it goes over everybody. Football, a mental and a physical challenge, and then speaking another language, only a mental challenge.
Exactly.
Let me get your opinion on this. I'm very curious. Brazil, should they win this game, will advance to the championship game against Korea.
Mm-hmm.
How would that game go in your mind?
This game?
Yeah, no, the game, if Brazil is
Against
to win this game and go against Korea for the gold medal.
Who is going to win?
Yes.
I think it's Brazil.
Brazil.
If I'm honest, I think it's Brazil. Yeah, because I watch Korea too. It's a really good team, but Brazil is. I think Brazil is better.
I think they may be. And they play a different kind of game, too, than Korea. Korea plays more of a control, settled game, and Brazil plays very much of a game on the run.
Yeah, it's a different way to play.
Yeah. And where is your home in France?
I don't think you know.
Oh, you must ask
it's
me.
It's a little city.
Where?
In Rodez.
And where is that near?
In the south.
South. Okay.
Yeah.
I have been in France very much. In Paris many times. In Reims, down in Reims, over to Chartres, down to Saint-Tropez, along Carcassonne, down in Costa Brava, Costa del Sol.
Good
down
choice.
in Spain. Good choice, yeah? I think so. Into Nice, very nice.
Yeah. Where there is the sun.
Okay, Brazil comes on the attack. They're in the back right now. Let them play through this. Long leading pass. Down towards the goal it goes. Great stop that time by Loris on the shot on goal. Well, I want to say thank you very much to Soline Barbons for visiting with us here on this broadcast. It's been a pleasure to talk to you again.
My pleasure, too.
You have a very fine team, and it was also a pleasure to watch you play out there.
Thank you.
As a member of the French team.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Soline Barbons visiting with us here in the booth. Thank you.
Thank you.
0-0 is the score right now. We're in the 18th minute.
Thank you very much.
Germany back on defense. And all the way over to the other side, Germany will inbound the ball. We have had a cast of characters, good characters. Very pleasant opportunity to visit with a number of different people here during our live stream of the 2018 CISM Women's World Football Championship. Last night we had the opportunity to talk with Hen Blickman, the secretary for the CISM Sport Committee Football from the Netherlands. Been in his job for 27 years. The true sports diplomat, if ever I have met one. He is an example. A very fine example. And then Captain Rudy Fell, the president of the CISM Sport Committee Football, a couple of nights ago. The opportunity to get perspectives and learn things from them. And, of course, our soccer specialist, part of the sports staff here at Fort Bliss, Texas. I'm talking about Matt Orlowski, who's been with us. Centered in the goal. A shot towards the goal. Down on the field goes one of the Brazil players, but she is going to get up slowly. But she's up. That's the important thing. Then, of course, my broadcast partner throughout the entire 2018 CISM Women's World Football Championship, the Chief of Delegation for the United States and Secretariat for the United States Armed Forces, Mr. Steve Denote, also working hard on our technical production here. He's been a workhorse, let's put it like that. Here comes Germany, cross midfield. And Brazil doesn't like it. They say you're down on our side of the field. We will take the ball from you, and they do. '20th minute of play. All the way down on the far left side. Brazil fights for it, comes away with it. They have a 2-on-1 situation, foul over in the corner. One save on goal tonight by Renata Santana, but that was on the breakaway that Germany had earlier. 3 shots on goal by Brazil. And we're tallying 4 right now for Germany. Not 100% for sure of that one, but nonetheless, they've spent the majority of the time down near the goalkeeper, Janine Lourdes. Corner kick, far corner, Brazil. It's up towards the center, and it sails over everybody and out the other side. So Lourdes will bring it in. We're coming up on 22 minutes playing time. And at about the 25 or 27 minute mark, we will take a water break and send both teams to the side so that they can stay hydrated on a warm night here at Fort Bliss, Texas. Nice throw in that time by Silke Hegel. In the center controlling it, that's Andressa Rosa for Brazil. And she'll move it up to the left side. Back to Rosa. Center back, over to the right side. Diana de Silva. They punch it forward, but they take their time. They look for their opening. They're spread out as Brazil. They use the whole field, and they will make Germany run to catch up to them. There's the long pass on the right side. Down towards the end line. Good cross opportunity, but it's going to hit the top of the goal. The net portion in the back. And great run on the ball that time. That was Pamela Vasconcelos. She had 4 goals in the game against Bahrain. And she also had 1 goal against France. Long shot out of goal. It's going to hit the post and come back on. The header in, and it's a goal! Goal, Brazil! It came off of the crossbar. Came on. Well, they're not going to call that. I guess they're not, are they, Steve?
Doesn't look like.
Does not look like it.
Offsides.
Did not see it. Offside. We pull all of that back. No goal. Did not see the offside. The official can't see through the wall. The official all the way down at the end of the field throws the offside flag, and this announcer couldn't see it. So subsequently,
good call.
My apology for misleading you.
And that was Flavia Feliciano with the header in.
Boy, but I mean,
she was offsides.
Could not see it up here, so I could not make the call. And then again, that official was out of our view, and so we couldn't see that either. And quite honestly, it took a second for the referee to pick up on it as well. But when she did, goal nullified. Not good due to the offside. They're going to try it again. Jumping over it, Machado. And across the goal line at the end. '25th minute of play now, so look for a water break here in the next minute or two. Breeze has picked up a little bit here at Stout Field. Shot in towards the goal, but nice play by Janine Loris that time. And Germany is playing good defense. We visited earlier with Solina Barbons, the 26-year-old member of the French team. And when I asked her what Germany had to do to win this ballgame, she said defense, defense. And that's exactly what they have done thus far, is play a strong defense.
Germany got really lucky on that last play. That was a beautiful setup. Goalie came out. Janine Loris, had to go into my German mode. Loris came out. Ja, ich spreche keine
I've only got one question, Mr. Denote.
Ja.
How many modes do you have? Because you almost went into your German mode. You've been in your Philly mode from time to time.
Yeah.
My question is, how many modes do you have?
Well, it depends how many voices are speaking in my head at the same time.
Got it. Appreciate the honesty, though.
Sometimes I hear minions.
Got it. Depends on who's talking to you between your ears, right?
Yeah. How many directions? Yeah, but like I was saying, Loris came out, challenged it, wasn't able to get up quick enough.
How about this long passes by Brazil? I mean,
we've been seeing that all tournament.
We have. But we've not seen that from any other team. Most of the other teams have that, short controlled pass.
France comes close. I mean, when we looked at Brazil and France, the entire night was a lot of long passes, a lot of discipline side to side, sideline to sideline throws, and you were able to see very fast breakaways on both sides. In that contest, Brazil did come out once Barbance was taken out with the red card. However, Brazil, that is their style of play.
Very much so. Well, it's not a breakaway, but both teams are going to step away and head over to the sideline for the first water break of this game. It's midway through the first period, and it's 0-0 on the score. Now, this is one of those times where we'd normally tell you what's on tap for tomorrow. Well, today, it's a little bit different. Tomorrow, all the players rest, especially those going forward to the medal matches on Tuesday. But the officials rest, the administrators rest. And then Tuesday, July 3rd, the medal matches begin in the 2018 CISM Women's World Football Championships. The bronze medal match is going to be held on Tuesday at noon Eastern, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. The bronze medal match between China and what looks like France. And the gold medal match will kick off at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. And that will be, it looks like it could be Brazil going against the Republic of Korea. Remember, visit Armed Forces Sports social media channels like Facebook and Twitter for our latest live stream information.
All right, man, we have a little technical difficulty right now. Our camera feed went out. Our box is not cooperating right now, so we have a frozen screen. We're going to shut the stream off, restart, and we'll be back in a minute. So all those listening, we have about 54 folks watching, 55 now. We are coming right back. Be patient. Just hit us right back on Facebook, and we'll get this feed.
We are back. We are back. And once again, we appreciate your patience. We are back, and once again, we appreciate your patience. Looking at the 36 minute with a 0-0 score. Again, technical difficulties here. A stout field on Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas, and Germany, with one good shot on goal while we were away, but lofting it over the goal was Jana Volker. So Germany having missed out on a couple of opportunities, and Brazil also having missed out on some opportunities of its own. And defense has been the name of the game for Germany. They've played hard. They have played tough. Brazil just keeps pounding and pounding, but credit the defense of the green team on the field right now, Deutschland. Brazil controlling the ball nicely into the center and goes beyond the end line. Bringing it out, Janine Loris. Germany in their first match of the tournament lost to France 0-6, and in their second match they beat Bahrain 2-0. So they've got 2 goals of their own in this tournament and have given up 6 goals in the 2 games that they've played. And quite honestly, they're playing right now in this first half as strong as they've played throughout the entire tournament. 7 shots on goal by Brazil, 2 shots on goal by Germany. Both bona fide scoring opportunities, as we've got a player down on the field right now. Right near us on this side is the German player. Over to see what the problem is, Sarah Bagunk, number 9, and also coming over is Silke Hegel. And one other player, and down on the field, that looks like a Jasmine Halmo, number 13. Out come the German trainers. And she is holding on to her lower leg. But 7 shots on goal by Brazil, 2 shots, bona fide shots by Germany, 3 saves by Janine Lars, and 1 save tonight so far from Renata Santana. So we'll keep our eye on Jasmine Hummel right now. She's in some pain. It's the lower shin or the lower ankle, I'm not for sure. But she is in some pain, and I'm pretty sure that she will come off for some time. But they're going to help her to her feet. But she's in a lot of pain and cannot get there. So the trainers will tend to her. Over comes the official. And good, she's up on her feet. She'll come off to the sideline. on the side of the field, and she will take a little bit of time to get herself together, but glad to see she's going to be okay. Here comes Brazil. Out on the right side. Out on our side. Jimenez. Back out in the center. She'll dribble right through the center. And miraculously, they maintain possession. Pass over the right side. It comes back to the center. Through the legs of one of the Brazilian players, and Germany will try to turn it around. Beatriz Jimenez. Back there, shot towards the goal, and that is a goal! Goal, Brazil. They worked it to the right. They worked it back to the center. They found the player down low, and they drive it home. Nice job by Brazil, methodical, continuing the attack, and they come away with the goal. That was in the 40th minute, and they take a 1-0 lead. We will double check who picked up the score for you. But the first goal attempt earlier tonight, nullified by an offside call. That one, clean as could be. That was Bárbara Ferreira on the goal for Brazil. That is her first goal of this tournament. Vasconcelos for Brazil. She's got 5 goals. Daniela Lima. She's got 3 goals. Jenna Oliveira has a goal, as does Diana de Silva, Juliana Ferreira, and Andres Rosa here in this tournament. And now you can add Bárbara Ferreira to that list. She will become the 7th person to score a goal in this tournament for Brazil. Right side, Rihanna Machado centers the ball. Long leading pass to the center. Brazil controls, shot towards the goal, and it sails up and over the right side. How they control the ball so much in the middle of all those defenders is tough to figure out, but that is that's just skill, personal skill that maintains control of that soccer ball. Janine Lores. And Deutschland's ball. Ludwig sets it down. And Dietrich sends it long. Dietrich's kick into the wind. Far side, Sabrina Braunschweig. And she goes down. Braunschweig down on the far side. She sits up. And she's going to get up. Slowly but steadily on her feet is Sabrina Braunschweig. She's ready to go. We're in the 43rd minute now. Brazil leads 1-0. They clear it out from the goal nicely. They're going to try to come back down the other way. They'll get it out to their left side and all the way across the field on just a beautiful leading pass right now, all the way down the right side. That looks like Machado. She's going to chase it down, and she'll simply run out of room. Machado got caught in a foot race that time and came out on the backside. And Steve, to note, how are we doing technically? We're back up and running, and again, we apologize for the technical difficulties that we had a couple of times early on, midway through this half, but I would say you missed a lot, but we got back in time for that goal from Brazil. But
yeah, we were lucky. The heat has a tendency to make the wires very sensitive. Unfortunately, we had a feed that just kept shaking, and then all of a sudden the feed just quit. So we changed out the box. We have multiple capture cards here, so we're able to rotate things in and out, and problem is we had to restart the whole computer to make sure everything read properly. So we do apologize for that inconvenience, but I believe we're back up just fine. And we will go back and repost the match in its entirety, so you're not going back on Facebook watching 2 different videos.
And when you're talking about repost, you're talking about reposting onto YouTube?
Yes, and Facebook as well.
And Facebook.
They'll be up there. So we got 3 minutes of stoppage time.
Stoppage time is underway, regulation time, 45-minute first half. Come and gone as we head into that 3-minute stoppage time period. Machado goes down on the field. She pops up, and it will be Brazil's ball. This is the last night of this tournament, Steve, where we're going to have 2 games starting at one at 6:30 and one at 9. The 2 games on Tuesday, the 3rd of July, are going to start at 10 o'clock in the morning and at 7 p.m. Mountain Time here. So that's going to be a little bit different offering here on Tuesday, 3 July. Gold medal match at 10 a.m.
Bronze medal.
At bronze medal match at 10 a.m. Gold medal match at 7 p.m. Mountain Time that day.
That's right. And the reason why we have them spaced out so far is
leading shot, oh, and it's a goal! You have to give credit that time to Rihanna Machado, who laid that long pass down near the front of the goal and then got the head in. Credit the goal to Rihanna Machado. And that was the longest goal of this tournament, Steve.
Unbelievable.
That was probably 35, 38 meters away from the goal. Just a beautiful, long, lofting, nicely placed shot. That came 2 minutes into stoppage time. 2-0 Brazil. They're not done. They turned up the heat against France deep into the game. Machado crosses, bumped out, headed out, I should say. And Hegel takes control. Brazil gets it back. Ferreira gets it out to Beatriz de Menez. They will come at it again on the left side. All the way over this time to Andressa Rosa, who moves it ahead to Machado. She was there before when she scored. Feliciano down to the corner. Ferreira, Juliana down there, and it will go out of bounds, and it will go to Germany. 3 minutes of stoppage time have passed.
That's half.
That will be the half. The whistle blows, and the first half comes to an end. And Brazil has taken a 2-0 lead over Germany. A shot at the 40-minute mark by Barbara Ferreira, and then a shot by Rihanna Machado. 2 minutes into stoppage time at the end of the first half, and the teams will retire to the side, with Brazil leading Germany by the score of 2-0. And Steve, I know you've been working really hard with the technical equipment during that first half of play, but no surprises out there of what we saw tonight by Brazil. They came out on the attack, stayed on the attack pretty much throughout the first half, put Germany in a strong role of defense. Germany played it well, going up most of the way through the third half until the 40-minute mark. And then after that, that attack became just a little too much.
No, I mean, you have to credit Germany. Brazil this is the longest they've taken to score their first goal. I mean, their earliest was 4 minutes. I mean, And even with France, I mean, they were able to score very quickly. The Germans held them defensively very strongly most of the first half, and those 2 goals just got away from them. But the Germans are really putting up a strong defense. So if it wasn't for some of these breakaway shots, I mean, we'd be looking at a more even match, even though Brazilians controlling the ball a little bit more on the German side. They're still holding up. They're still being disciplined. And we're seeing a lot of good stuff right now from the Germans.
Well, Germany had a couple of shots on goal. They were unable to finish those shots. Otherwise, this could have been a different ball game. That's not the case, though. So they head to the half, and the score is Brazil 2, Germany nothing. We're going to step aside, take a break ourselves. When we come back, we'll be ready for the start of the second half. We'll be back after this break.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we go into the half, with Brazil leading Germany by the score 2-0. Again, we want to encourage you to visit the concession stand at the east end of Stout Field. They have the breakfast.
As a nation and as a military, we are proud to continue the valuable traditions promoting peace and friendship through sport. It's quite interesting and worth noting that General John Pershing, no stranger to Fort Bliss, as he served here earlier before he went to World War I, would be the force behind attempts to break down cultural and political barriers and promote friendship and morale among servicemen through sport as far back as 1919. It was his foresight and vision, recognizing the value of sport, that eventually led to the establishment of the CISM. And now, nearly a century later, we still strive for peace and harmony among the nations and recognize the value of the International Military Sports Council and moving nations closer to that lofty goal. So let us continue this tradition of friendly competition, sportsmanship, and camaraderie. May the friendships that will last a lifetime be established over the next 2 weeks, and may the best team win.
Your success will be measured not by how many goals you score, not by how many games you win, but the number of friends that you are going to make and the perpetuality of those friendships. So please, you need to note that very, very carefully. That is the motto of CISM.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Stout Field here at Fort Bliss, Texas, as we get ready for the start of the second half of this evening's contest between Brazil and Germany. It's the second game of the evening. This is the second half, I should say. 2-0 Brazil over Germany. They got a goal early on at the 40-minute mark by Barbara Ferreira, and then 2 minutes into stoppage time at the end of the first half, it was Rayana Machado who launched one 38 meters away and found the net on a beautiful pass, wind at her back for the second goal to give Brazil a 2-0 lead over Deutschland. Germany had a couple of shots. They had a couple of opportunities to goal and a couple of breakaways, but they just could not find it. But throughout the first half, it was really Brazil who kept pounding, knocking at the door, have the lead in possession, have the lead on shots on goal. So that kick is underway to start the second half. Germany once again out in the yellow jerseys, green numbers. They've got the white trunks and the white socks. Germany, green jerseys, white numerals, green trunks, green socks. If this score stands, Brazil will move on to the gold medal match. That'll be at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. They will be going against the Republic of Korea Tuesday, July the 3rd. And Brazil with a 2-0 lead will take its time to loosen up the muscles and get set. A little push from behind, but play on, says our official. And Brazil back on defense. Back in the goal once again here in the second half. The goalkeeper for Germany, Janine Loris. And in the goal again, as she has been in the previous games against France and Bahrain, Renata Santana. As I welcome to the broadcast now, the coach of the United States team, Lieutenant Colonel Derek Wayan. And Coach, we had a chance to talk a little bit here at the half. And first of all, I'm going to say welcome to the broadcast. It's good to have you up here. We've had a number of folks up here, and I don't have to ask you where you learned to speak English.
It's an absolute pleasure and an honor to be here. Be amongst these teams and amongst these elite players, it is a true pleasure and an honor. And thank you for having me in the broadcasting booth. And just for the record, I did learn my English in a Dodd school. So Dodd's producing great academics. So I'm proud of that.
Hey, now you're talking to here a veteran. So we're talking about the Department of Defense education system is really what we're talking about.
Absolutely, absolutely. I am a Yokosuka High School graduate, so I'm very proud of my Dodd's education.
So also, you are coming to us from Brunson's in the Netherlands, and what was that like for you when the United States faced off against Netherlands here?
You know, it's been kind of fun because the last 6 months, my Dutch colleagues have been letting me know how bad the Netherlands are going to beat me. So as soon as that game was over, I made quite a few phone calls, and I didn't get any replies back, to be honest with you. So I'm waiting for that Monday morning email to hit everyone back at Brunson.
Well, it was a great run for the United States. I mean, you did a fine job, an absolutely fine job, winning the last two games up. Put this CISM experience in perspective, and when I say this CISM experience, it's not your first. You started coaching the CISM team for the Air Force in 2013. Here it is 2018, but arguably this might be one of your most memorable experiences here this year.
Absolutely. Coaching in your own country is an absolute pleasure, having the hometown backing you up. Everything you do is friendly. Everybody's supporting you and your cause. But to be honest with you, coaching the women has been an absolute pleasure. It looks like we have a down player.
Yeah, we have a down player on the far side. That's going to be from Germany, and see if we can't put the binoculars on that and get a number for you. Team's relatively quiet so far here in the first 3 minutes of the second half of this contest, with a 2-0 lead by Brazil right now over Germany. So can't tell you who that player is, with the exception that she is wearing a green uniform. So it is quite a neat thing to come here and play in front of a hometown crowd.
A hometown crowd. My first experience was in Azerbaijan, and we were definitely not the home favorites. And in Oman, we were definitely not the home favorites as well. So having children cheer USA while you're playing, and everyone saying congratulations at restaurants. We had number 9.
Number 9 on the field went down from Germany. That was Sarah Bagunk, and she is one of their key players. Bagunk is going to stand over the sides and pull herself together just a little bit, but we've seen Bagunk play very, very hard in midfield, and she's really one one of their key players.
Definitely the engine for Germany right now.
She really is. Well, here comes Brazil down the right side. Lisson, number 14, will get it in the center. Nice job by Feliciano to get over to the right side and look for a shot. They're not hesitant to take a shot from a long way away. Good challenge, good defense by Germany, but they're going to break out to the left side. There's a run to the left side, little pull of the jersey.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to go up over the crossbar. No call on that one, but nice run down the left side by Fernando Lisson.
So I'll say, Vaughn, it's quite interesting watching Germany. I've seen them play since 2013, the female team, and they have dominated across Europe. And to see this Brazilian team at a whole different level, giving Germany a run for their money is an absolute pleasure, because I haven't seen skill like this in a long time in all 11 positions, and it's an absolute pleasure to watch these two teams to go at it.
I got to tell you, when I saw the Brazil-France game, that was on the 25th, this past Monday, and I saw that match between Brazil and France, and we're talking about two very technical and two very tactical teams. That was one of the best women's soccer matches I have seen.
If you're not a fan after watching that game, I don't know what it's going to take to convince you to watch this game. But you're absolutely right. Two women's teams going at it at 100 miles an hour, back and forth. It was absolutely a pleasure to watch.
Well, now you opened this tournament against Korea, and we talked a little bit tactically about what you might be doing, and you had a tough match, a good match, but it just didn't end the way you wanted it to end.
Absolutely not. Losing 1-0 to Korea was a heartbreaker, and knowing that they're in the gold medal match, knowing that we were that close. Would I have done things different? Absolutely. But to be honest with you, our girls gave everything they had. We had our chances, and just didn't work in the end, and Korea got lucky with it. Oh!
Cross pass, it goes on the top of the net, and a couple of players went down in front of the goal. But that said, it goes over the crossbar, hits the top of that net, and goes out to the backside. You're going to have a corner kick on that. So, no, the Korean game did not go the way you wanted to go. You came on the backside 1-0, and then you have to turn around and face China.
Yeah, that the China team, where we had zero information on, that was their first game, first time in the tournament. We didn't know what to expect, and wow, when they went 3 up on us in the first half, it was a shocker. But I'll be honest with you, the girls had a good conversation at halftime, and they said, we're going at them. And that's exactly what we did. And we had our chances in the second half, and we stopped them. To be honest, we dominated them in the second half. It just didn't fall in the back of the net.
No, it didn't. So there you are. You're down, 2 games to none. You've lost the first 2. What's going through your mind at this particular point? Because I'm getting ready to turn the corner on you, but at this point when you're 0-2, Coach, what are you thinking?
You know, when you're –
shot from the corner, nice corner.
All right, goal kick. No, to be completely honest with you, you start doubting yourself.
That's exactly why I asked the question.
You start doubting yourself, but I tell you, when you're in the locker room and these girls look you dead in the eye and they know they've done everything right and it's going to work, it was an awesome feeling to start that Canadian game. And they said, hey, we're not going to go on the back heel. What do we got?
Got a corner kick,
Oof.
Near side, Brazil. Long shot out, but she's going to pass it up and put it back out. So nobody's shaking their heads and nobody's saying don't feel bad for us. There's a long pass towards the center. Controlled nicely. Shot towards the goal, and it's going to go just over the goal. What an attempt that time by Fernando Lisson. They keep shooting like that.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen again. They lead 2-0.
Yeah.
But they can't stop. It's kind of like what you're saying. The United States team could not stop doing what it was doing. That eventually things would go their way. The same thing applies to Brazil here tonight. They can't stop what they're doing. Things will continue to shoot their way if they just keep it up.
Absolutely.
But let's turn the corner here now. You're down. You lose to Korea. You lose to China. You know, you got all these kinds of thoughts. Your team is saying, you know, we can do this.
We
can
do
this. And you come out and you're going against Canada. What did you tell them before you took the field against Canada?
So before we went to the field on Canada, you know, we stuck with a game plan. And to be honest with you, the girls wanted to be more aggressive. And I cautioned them because they tied the Netherlands, so it told me that Canada had a little something in them.
0-0.
0-0. And they said, no, Coach, let's take it to them. We're not going to sit back on our heels. And I said, let's do it. And all 11 players stood on their toes the entire game and was like running downhill the entire time. We had 16 shots to their 1 shot, and we only won the game 1-0. Yeah, it was an amazing turnaround for us.
It was, and you came away with the win. And that was a game, Ian, I told you before that contest, I think this game will be won by the team who plays with the most heart.
Absolutely.
And quite honestly, I think that's really the way that thing turned out.
I can't agree with you more. You know, I don't like to have stereotypes, but definitely, you know, the American willpower, the harshness, of we'll take a beating, but we're never going to give up. You could see the determination in their eyes and the way they played on that field in all 4 games. But definitely in the Canadian game, they turned it around, and I couldn't be more proud.
No, you came away with the win over Canada, and that was really a great thing. Yes, they're our northern neighbor, and yes, they're probably the team out there that we might have the most in common with. Here comes Brazil, long shot down to the goal. That one came off the foot. I'm going to say that time was Juliana Ferreira out in the center of the field, and it just drifted slightly to the left of the
I think it chipped
left
the paint.
post.
I think it had the paint.
I'm telling you what, they're not afraid to take the long shot.
No.
Not afraid to take the long shot
Brazil's
at all.
not afraid of anything.
Okay, so you're now 1 win, 2 losses. You got another game under your belt, and it's going to be against the Netherlands. Talk about that contest.
So it's funny. We scouted the Netherlands, and that was the night that they tied Korea. So we thought we might be in a little bit of trouble since Korea beat us. And Netherlands found their footing. They found their pace in this heat. So we thought we might be in a little trouble. And to be honest with you, I gave them kind of a solemn speech before the game kicked off. And again, I got the same look in the face. Coach, we got this. We're going to run them into the ground. And that's exactly what they did.
Foul down on the left side as a couple of players go down.
A little hostiles there.
Going to be Brazil's ball. Well, the thing about the Netherlands is they scored at the 9-minute mark. You're down 1-0 against the Netherlands now, and you're like, we've been here before. What do we do? But you know what? You won that contest 3-1. So
yes.
The bottom line is you picked it up nicely. And down on the field right now, we've got Sabrina Braunschweig down on the field for Germany, been a defender throughout the course of this entire contest. She's going to be tended to by the trainers, but she's going to pop up to her feet.
And a yellow card.
Before the trainers can even get there. And Braunschweig was going to pick up a yellow card, the 3rd yellow card of this tournament for Germany. Anna Wachtel picked up a yellow card against Brazil. Jana Volker picked up a yellow card against Bahrain. And now Braunschweig picks up a yellow card against Brazil. So you're down 1-0. You come back. You win that game 3-1, and you have won the last 2 games of this tournament. And I'm telling you what, it was just a superb finish for the United States team.
Absolutely. I can honestly say we've turned the program around. We have a winning mentality and a winning attacking culture.
Speaking of attack, take a look at this. Here's number 10. There's Barbara Ferrer lining up right now. She scored earlier tonight at the 40-minute mark. She's got the free kick.
Going for
she
goal.
Bends it up and just misses the top left-hand corner. If that had gone into the goal, I'm telling you, that would have been, well, you ready for this? Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Yeah, that's a pure ESPN shot.
That would have been gorgeous. She went for it.
Makes the top 10. Well, my point is you finished this tournament on such a high note. You finished it with class. You finished it with skill. I can't say enough about the way you all finished this tournament. And you really just represented this country and represented the armed forces in the highest possible manner.
Well, thank you. And to be quite honest with you, not only am I proud of the girls, but I'm proud of Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. Because, when you look on a map and you think El Paso, you don't think much. But I'll tell you what, the people of this base are phenomenal. You talk about the guy who sets the water up. You talk about the guy who sets the barracks up, the guy who gives you soap for your laundry. You talk about the guy who serves you eggs in the morning. Everybody's friendly, wishes you the best, and they don't care what country you're from. You don't get that everywhere in every base across the globe, and I couldn't be more proud.
You got first-class support. I'm going to tell you what a small world it is. I was out at the United States Olympic Committee about 2 weeks ago, right before I came into here, and I was working with a woman from the consulting strategic planning area. Avery Wilson's her name. She said, I told her where I was going. She said, my son played on the CISM team for the Air Force. Eric Wilson.
Oh, my God, Eric. I coached him in 2014. And he played in 2015 South Korea team. And he just won a gold medal last month with the All Air Force team again. Small world.
So it is a small world, and I will let his mom know that I had that I got credible reports from him.
He's the real deal. Eric Wilson's the real deal.
But really, soccer, it is in the world of international sports and military sports, it can be a very small world sometimes. Now here comes Brazil on the far side of the field. They have yet to score in this half. We are at the 58-minute mark, and about this time of the game, you start to feel like, well, Brazil, it's like a team that wants another cold drink of water.
Yeah.
They smell that goal.
Yes, they do. So expect this game to get a little more stretched on the Germans. As they get a little more desperate, they'll push up forward, creating space for Brazil to exploit that space in between their seams.
So we're looking ahead till Tuesday night, and we've got, it looks like we're going to have Brazil and Korea in the championship game. What would you see in that game?
Whew.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I see it.
It's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
It's going to be a shootout. Both teams are technically gifted. I would have to give Brazil the slight edge on athleticism and speed, but Korea is well coached, disciplined in every aspect of the game, going forward and on defense.
Brazil trying to come downfield, but Germany stepping up the defense very nicely. 15 shots on goal so far tonight by Brazil, only a couple by Deutschland. You got 3 saves, though, by Janine Loris, and 1 save on the evening by Renata Santana. She's not been taxed that much. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think it could be a shootout, and I think you're going to see 2 technically sound teams.
Absolutely.
That being Brazil and that being Korea. Now, talk about the bronze medal match. That looks like it's lining up with China for sure, and then come France.
You know, it was good to see France come back alive today. I was kind of worried about after their last loss to Brazil. So France still has that edge. But I will tell you, China, being the fairy tale story unknown team, comes to this tournament and wreaks havoc. To be honest with you, I had China over Korea.
I did too.
So, you know, that
and this
game,
is a team that's never played in the CISM competition before.
No, completely unknown team. And to be honest with you, it was an absolute honor and pleasure to play against them.
Yeah, and they'll be hosting the Military World Games next year, and things continue to go the way they are. Of course, lots may depend on your next military upcoming assignment, but we look forward to you being back at the helm of the United States team again next year in 2019, and you'll see China from a different perspective. Let's put it like that, because they will be the host.
They'll be the host, and they will be the home turf favorites. You know, to be honest, it was awesome to see Korea and China's fans in full force last night.
Wasn't that great?
Oh, I can only imagine what it's going to be like in China.
Wow. Yeah.
And to be honest, I hope we play them.
Should be nice. That's going to go down to the far side, and it's going to go out down to the far side. So Brazil continuing to press Germany right here, but Germany responding with their defense and denying Brazil the opportunity to get into that goal. So it's just going to be a good night of soccer. I can say soccer to you, depending on the other people who might be up here. I would refer to it as football.
Football?
Or foosball, whatever's the case. Now, you're getting ready to leave the Brunsons. You're going to head to a new assignment. That's going to be in Washington, D.C., or however we call that, 5-sided building up there.
Yes.
Corner kick into the side. Nice save that
save.
time. Beautiful save that time by the goalie, Janine Loris. She saved the goal that time by Brazil. Did a good job. So my question to you, Coach, is you're going to a new assignment. Do you think that will affect your availability or affect your ability to put a team together?
Absolutely not. No matter if I can come to China next year or not, I will do everything I can to make sure our team's prepared. And to be quite honest with you, it's the women on the field that make the difference. Me being the coach only allows me to be involved. So whether I'm coaching the team or supporting them from the back row, they'll be just fine.
I've got to give credit where it's due, too, because nobody's an island. Got a player down on the field, but popping up quickly is the Brazilian player. But I got to give credit where it's due. We're talking about your assistant coaches. That was Rian Machado down on the field, but she gets up, and she's in good shape, ready to go. I'm talking about Marcy Walton and Aaron Isler, your 2 assistant coaches. You all work very nicely as a team. You really do.
We are definitely a milk stool triad of leadership.
Long shot that time by Germany. One bounce, taken nicely by the goalie, Renata Santana. And Renata Santana, you don't see that kind of long shot that often. That's a Brazilian kind of shot.
But yeah, going back to Marcy and Aaron, I will tell you, Aaron and Marcy both played for the U.S. team, and they have the leadership and the player experience. But I will tell you, Aaron is probably the best goalkeeper coach I have ever seen, men or women, and that made a huge difference in our defense. And I'll be honest with you, Marcy has a tactical brain of a fighter pilot. She is a pilot. She is absolutely a genius when it comes to doing the chalk talks and the players' formations.
She's an instructor pilot for the KC-135, formerly a number of years as a C-130 instructor pilot. And speaking of pilots, there's a play down low. Speaking of pilots, you've got another pilot on your team. She doesn't fly those slower aircrafts. In fact, she might pull up behind that KC-135 and refuel. We're talking about the F-15 pilot, Gingelette.
Absolutely amazing individual. She is a true unicorn.
So it looks like it's going to be a corner kick from the side. And they're going to make a quick announcement here for the concession stand. Comes in and good defense. Another shot. It's going to go off to the right side, and they don't hesitate with the long shots any way, shape, or form.
So, yeah, back on Jen Gillette, she is a true F-15 pilot, and actually during our training camp, she got called back for a real-world mission.
Whew.
So we had lost her for about a 5-day period, and thank God she was able to come back. But she is the real McCoy. Call sign Jedi. Dropped bombs before. She's the real military warrior.
Well, you've got a lot of great military athletes on your team, and the vast overwhelming majority have Division I college experience or something thereof, and you've done a wonderful job putting them together. And so I can't say enough about your performance here. No, you're not going to go into the medal round, but at the same token, it's not always just about the medal. It's about friendship through sports, and it's about putting everything you have out there with guts and with class.
Absolutely.
And you did that. And
the idea of just being here and letting these girls be elite athletes for a week and playing at the international level and wearing their country's colors is a dream come true.
It is. Well, we appreciate you visiting with us up here in the booth, and I want to say thank you again to Lieutenant Colonel Derek Owayan of the United States Air Force and the coach of the USA team here in this CISM World Championship. So appreciate you visiting with us once again, and looking forward to staying up with you down the road.
Thank you very much. See you next time.
Thanks, Coach. So play continues right in front of us right now. 2-0 continues to be the score. We move into the 65th minute of this game. And Brazil's going to continue to stay on the attack. What a pleasure it was to talk with the United States coach, Lieutenant Colonel Derek Owayan, and the job that he's done with his team. And he's got a lot of insight. This is not his first CISM competition by a long shot. So he's got a lot of insight in terms of what this is all about. Here comes Germany, back on defense. Unable to move it down to Brazil's side of the field, but nonetheless, they've been staunch on defense. We talked earlier in this broadcast with Solina Barbance, one of the players from France, who came up and visited with us for a few minutes. And my conversation with her is, what does Germany have to do tonight to take control of Brazil? And she said, play defense. They've done that pretty nice. They'll continue to do that. But here comes Brazil. They continue to attack. Opening on the left side. Straight ahead. One-on-one. Out of the goal comes Loris. What a great job by Janine Loris to come out of the goal on that stop. Wow, it looked like Barbara Ferreira was going to have a good shot on goal. If anything, she just may have waited a little bit too long. But it comes back down towards the other end now. 67th minute in this game, and 2-0 is the score. Brazil will set it up again. As my partner on the broadcast throughout the course of this tournament picks the headset back up again, Mr. Steve Denote. And Steve, it was a pleasure to have Coach Owayan up here.
Yeah, we saw him down there in the crowd, so we said, hey, get up here.
Yeah.
It's always good. Now, it's always good to have a couple different different voices, and it really helps just to get everybody a good perspective of what's going on with the program, not just within the U.S., but with, CISM overall. So, Derek's been coach, 3-time CISM coach, twice for the men, and once now this year for the women. So we're very fortunate to have a coach of his caliber with us, and also the way and mannerism he brought the program to a different level, where we have now Major Marcy Walton and Captain Aaron Isler on board, and they got together over a year ago, made the announcement. They worked together, did a lot of PTCs, and also a lot of teleconferences just to kind of talk and game plan, and they got on the page, and it was very clear. All three of them have different personalities, different ways that they approach it, but they all complement each other.
Aaron Isler worked primarily with the goalies, and,
yes.
And as you heard Coach Owayan say, that she might be the best goalie coach that he has had the opportunity to work with.
Absolutely. She's a phenomenal goalie in her own right. Two-time goalie for the U.S. women's team in 2010 when they held the championship in France, and then 2011 at the Military World Games in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. So very fortunate to have her back now in a coaching role. And then Marcy, a former player all the way back in 2006. And when you become a pilot, sometimes you don't get these opportunities to come back all the time. So,
or and if you do, as in the case of Gillette, First Lieutenant Jean Gillette, you might be able to, well, you might have the opportunity to come back, but you could be withdrawn and pulled out because of a real-world mission in a heartbeat. And that's the way it is. That's why we call them military athletes, not athletes in the military. They're military athletes. Military comes first. The athletic experience, that comes second. It's a privilege. It's not a right. And, oh, by the way, you serve your unit first.
Absolutely. Program's a volunteer program. Commanders must approve them to come based off their operational tempo, as well as the character of the player. So you got a rotten egg. Guess what? They ain't coming back.
And a lot of times commanders are going to say, you know, I'm not for sure you want this person, and let me tell you why.
Exactly. And when I ran the Marine Corps athletic program, we had some folks that we were hoping to return, and then we found out that the commander wouldn't approve them. You know, of course, we pick up the phone and say, hey, you know, I saw you disapprove this application. Is there a reason why? Obviously, operational tempo will always take precedent, or is this a character? And they would be very honest. They say, nope, so-and-so got in trouble, so-and-so just hasn't been pulling their weight. Or, you know, the mission taking priority, and of course we say thank you. We just need to know that information.
We need him for the mission, or we need her for the mission, and that's the case.
And if they don't got the character, then we need to know that, because, you know, then we're going to think twice about bringing them back in the future.
Got it.
They got to be good. They got to be good service members in their respective units.
Comes up to my 3C highway within the military athletic program. You know what it is? Competency, commitment, and character. You got to have all three.
Absolutely.
Competency, commitment, and character. So how about Germany tonight? Particularly here in the second half, I think, Steve, they have really put up a defense that Brazil's just been unable to put the ball in the goal.
Yeah. And we saw that in the first half. We saw a very tough German defense the whole time. And Brazil got a couple really good strategic breakaway plays. I mean, very well played. And like right now, you're seeing
just shot towards goal to the left side.
You're seeing those type of plays right there. It's just right now the Germans are putting them in a position where if they're not extremely accurate, it's not going to go in. And we are seeing some wind, you know, in the favor of the Germans right now. The wind's starting to come from the west to the east. So the Brazilians are pushing that ball against the wind. And I'll get you a speed on that in a moment here.
Now, we didn't see much wind in the first match tonight between France and Bahrain. That France won by the score of 8-0. But the wind has picked up here in the second match tonight, and it's the last match of play in the groups. Over towards the center it goes one more time, but a lot of tussle down on the left side, and it's going to go out of bounds. In fact, you take a look at, let me pull up Group A, and I'll run through that one for you real quick. That was won by the Republic of Korea, so they're going to come out and play in the gold medal match. Throw in by Brazil, but it's going to be booted out by Deutschland. Republic of Korea finished with 3 wins, 1 draw. They had a total of 10 group points, so they won that group. In second place was China. They had 3 wins, 1 loss. They picked up 9 points, so they're going to go out for the bronze medal match. Then came the USA. They had 6 group points. They had 2 wins and 2 losses. The Netherlands, they had a couple of draws and a couple of losses. And then Canada, no wins, 1 draw, and they had 3 losses.
Yeah, that's right.
Reading the technical report, sometimes you got to make your pencil changes in that.
A pencil change that one, yes.
And in Group B, coming in tonight, it was Brazil at the top with 6 points. And a win here would give them 9. Then came France, who just beat Bahrain, so they've picked up 3 additional points. They've got 6 points. Germany, unless they find a way to turn the tide here against Brazil, they would finish with 3 group points, in Bahrain winless in this tournament out of 3 matches and 3 tries. And player down on the field right now for Brazil. Brazil, 20
That's
shots
number
on
28.
goals. Down on the field, that's going to be Juliana Ferreira. On the field for Brazil, she's down.
Yeah.
But 20 shots on goal by Brazil. Just a couple of shots by Germany tonight. 7 saves by Janine Lores. And the score continues to remain 2-0. Trainer coming out to 10 to Juliana Ferreira. Juliana Ferreira had 1 goal against Bahrain in the Brazil-Bahrain matchup. But she's down as the teams return to the sidelines. It coincides with the water break, so Ferreira will use this time to get herself together on the field as both teams head to the sideline now for the water break, and hydration being very, very important. Temperature about 96 degrees when this game started here tonight.
Yeah, we're down about 92 now. We're 33 degrees Celsius. That wind's picking up. Now, the Weather Channel's saying it's only 9 miles an hour, but that's going to be about 15 miles an hour.
And whenever you say, well, it's down to 92 and that feels good, then you know that you're in a hot climate. Simple as that.
Yeah, when you look at a good 15-degree drop in temperature.
Once again, this is one of those times where we'd normally tell you what's on tap for tomorrow. Well, today's a little bit different because tomorrow all the players, coaches, officials, administrative personnel, they're going to have the day off. And that's going to be helpful, especially those going forward to the medal matches on Tuesday. That's right, Tuesday, July 3rd for the medal matches here at the 2018 CISM Women's World Football Championship. Schedule's a little bit different than what you're used to. Instead of starting at 6:30 and 9:30 at night, those times are going to be switched. The bronze medal match will be held Tuesday. That's noon Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time here in El Paso, Texas. The gold medal match between the Republic of Korea and then what looks to be like Brazil, the winner of this contest, but yet this contest yet to conclude. That will take place at 7 p.m. Mountain Time here, Fort Bliss, Texas time. Remember, you can visit Armed Forces Sports social media channels like Facebook and Twitter for our latest live stream information.
And during that water break, we were able to get a glimpse of our player was able to get up from Brazil. So what are you planning on doing tomorrow during the break day?
I hesitate to tell you this, but I'm gonna. I lost a document today that I'm going to have to reconstruct tomorrow, and it deals with the closing ceremonies tomorrow night. So I'm going to spend a little time on that tomorrow, and beyond that, I really don't have much on my schedule. My wife has suggested that I visit a place called El Paso Saddle Blanket. And so I may visit that tomorrow afternoon. I'm not a shopper, and yet I think that's a place where you buy things. So
sounds like it.
And I might even hit the swimming pool for the first time. I'm not going to be like you and go down the slide.
You know how many times I did that slide today?
I'm afraid to ask.
I lost count after 20 because I can only count with my toes and my fingers. So
all I know is I got 2 great shots of you going down the slide.
Yep. My son has equated the water slide as like bobsled team. So we were the 2-man bobsled team or the luge team, and we were going down. The whole time we're going down, we're doing the we're acting like pretending we were you during the broadcast, saying, "And they're down the tube."
And down the tube they go.
He's giggling his little,
Well, I'll tell you this. I took 2 pictures of you yesterday when you went down the slide.
Oh, he loved it.
You and Anthony. And I sent you the pictures, and I said, enlarge these pictures, because if you could see the look on his face as you were holding him, it was sheer delight and thrill of going down the slide with his dad.
Oh,
so
yes.
That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
So how about you? What do you got planned for tomorrow?
We're going to White Sands, New Mexico. The beach without a water.
Wow. Okay.
And I said water properly.
You're not going on to the installation at White Sands, are you?
No.
Just going up to White Sands, New Mexico.
Yeah, we're going to play on the beach.
Okay.
Just no lake nearby or anything.
That'll be good.
Yeah. Take the kids there. It's a phenomenal site. So do a little bit of work tonight before I make sure I get everything done before.
You'll get the YouTube posted tonight.
I already got one posted now.
From the first game?
From the first match. It's already up. So this match here we're going to have to chop a little bit because we had a break in broadcast. So we'll do the little editor, piece it all together, throw it back up as one, video, not 3.
That'll work. I do know this, that as a result of posting these after the matches from Facebook over to YouTube, they will stay there for posterity's sake, and whoever would like to take a look at them as they continue down the road, well, they can pull them up at their convenience.
That's right.
And what a breakthrough this has been. Now, you've been doing some live streaming with Armed Forces Sports for the past couple of years, and but I think this is the first time you've been able to work in some audio with this.
So we've contracted it out in the past.
That's correct.
And while we were trying to figure out different options, you know, one of the options was let's do it ourselves, but let's find someone to come in that had the talent, the professionalism, and I thought of one person. I gave that person a call.
And he wasn't available, so you called me.
You're right here. No, you're here.
Called me, huh?
You're right here. Absolutely not. No, I called one person. I didn't call second.
You're very kind. But I told you when you called, I said, you got me at hello. The bottom line, Steve, is real simple. It's hard to say no to the things that you care about. There's a long, long pass down the front side. That one came off of the foot of Diana De Silva, but nobody there to haul it in. My comment is that it's hard to say no to the things you care about. Shot off the right side, and it's going to drift to the left side. Down go 3 players.
That's going to be a throw-in. That's not a... Got a substitution coming in. You
Didn't go beyond the goal line.
And who do we got? Number 9 for someone. 11.
11 coming into the game. 11 coming into the game for Germany. And out of the contest will go Sarah Bagunk. And she went down hard earlier.
Yeah, it looks like we got Loris down, our goalkeeper for Germany.
And Wassel's coming into the game. I know Wassel right now. My point to you that I was getting ready to make is it's hard to say no to the things that you care about. And after you have the number of years that I've had in working with military MWR, and in particular military sports, I can tell you that my respect, my admiration, my joy of being around them goes to soldiers, Marines, airmen, and Navy personnel, as well as their families. So you call, it's hard for me to say no. Here comes Brazil. What a pass all the way over on the other side of the field. They've got that ability just to have a cross pass, cross-field pass, and it goes almost from sideline to sideline. Here they come again, down to the goal. Great attempt, and it's booted in, and it is a goal! The onslaught, the attack, and finding the back of the goal. That looks like Pamela. That looks like Vasconcelos. Should be number 9 if I'm looking at it correctly. She's got both hands in the air.
That's Pamela.
And that is her 6th goal of this tournament. She had 4 against Bahrain. She had 1 against France, and now she's got 1 against Germany. She is the top scorer in this tournament with 6 goals altogether. Wow.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal, and now Brazil takes the lead 3-0.
And she went towards the camera, gave the heart out to the crowd, so hopefully everybody saw that.
And we've got a Brazilian player down on the far side, not far from the bench of Brazil. And she went down without any contact, so I'm really not for sure what that one's about. After the goal was scored and Brazil came back up on the field to get ready for the kickoff, down dropped the player. And I don't have a number on her. Standing over there to the side, not too far away though right now. That's Anna Vachel. She just came into the game, replaced Sarah Bagunk about 2 minutes ago. 83rd minute. Number 11, that is Jane Oliveira. She'll walk over to the side.
I think we might see a substitution. Yep. They're going to substitute her out, so she's coming out for number, looks like 3 possibly. Or
Number 11 will
8.
go out.
Yep,
Oliveira will go out, and number 8 will come into this game.
And we have another substitution.
That is going to be coming into the contest, Gabriela Sordes.
Yeah, for number 21.
And Diana De Silva will go out. And who's coming in for her?
21. Or number 3.
Coming in for De Silva will be number 3, Ana Carolina de Alameda.
So just a little over 5 minutes left in regulation time. Again, Germany really putting up a tough defense. Slightly different match than what we saw between Germany and France.
Waschel takes it down the center, long shot on goal. And that's not going to go. That's only going to be about the 3rd shot on goal tonight by Germany. 23 shots on goal by Brazil with 10 saves by the German goalkeeper, Janine Aloras. And over to the left side of Brazil it comes, Lisson. 3-0, 85th minute. And Germany only minutes away from advancing to the championship game against the Republic of Korea on Tuesday night. Lisson, left side, tries to go long. Off of Kirsten Stigelman. We have not talked about her much. She's in this game. She's the player coach of the team from Germany.
Yeah, veteran, great coach, great player. It's got to be tough to be a player coach. Put yourself, got to rate yourself along with all the other players in the same fairness. So you have to look at your skills through a objective mirror.
But she's a great model for all these younger German players.
And she knows if she's not playing well, she's got to step up and make sure her players know, hey, I'm taking myself out.
I asked her, what's the toughest thing about being a player coach? She said, the hardest thing for me is when I'm not playing well, then to turn around and tell my team to play better.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing. Because player coaches, among the other challenges that they have, they need to lead by example. And make no mistake about this, Kirsten Stigelman leads by example in every sense of the word.
3 minutes left. Brazil trying to still maintain strong possession. But Germany, there we go. You're getting that tough defense at the mid-level. Germany's trying to jump up in the field still getting physical.
Germany will bring it back up the side, but not far enough out. Barbara Ferrer will take it. She'll dribble, finds a pass towards the center, and Germany will take it over again. 87th minute.
It's tough to clear with this Brazilian offense. They seem to be always in position, and they take another. Nope, that's on the outside.
On the outside of the goal, they took a shot from the far side. It looks like we're going to have another substitution for Germany. Yeah, out of the game is going to come Jasmine Hummel. And into the game for Germany, that's going to be number 16 coming in. Naomi Densing. Forward into the game for Deutschland. Down long from Germany, but nobody down there to take it in. Instead, Brazil will gather it in. And it goes out.
We're going to have a corner kick.
And a good applause for the challenge on the far side that time. I mean, Hometown faithful appreciate good athletic and good sport and fair play when they see it. And they saw the challenge deep in the far corner just a few minutes ago and give it a nice round of applause. Renata Santana has not touched the ball very much this half at all.
I don't think she's touched the ball much this whole tournament.
No, I agree. Comes back over to the near side. Long pass downfield, foot race for the ball. Good defensive effort by Deutschland. They'll bring it back out.
Yeah, just unable to clear it.
Lisan will try to set it again. She'll go to the center. Finds Barbara Ferreira. Back to Lisan, left side. She'll go one-on-one. Give, go, down the left side. Deutschland turns it around. Regulation time is up. We look across the field.
7 minutes.
Wow, 7 minutes of
stoppage. Oh, no, that's a substitution.
Substitution coming in, not 7 minutes.
That's what happens when the referee does this at the last minute.
Into the game for Brazil. That's going to be number 18 coming into the contest. And that will be Ana Carla Barbosa. I have not seen the time on the stoppage time, so I can't tell you how much we have. But I can tell you that we're into 1 minute of stoppage time, and it's 3-0 Brazil. My guess, Steve, is it'll probably be 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah, I got my eagle eyes right now on the referee, but he hasn't given us an indication. Doesn't look like he's going to let us know.
Brazil will just be content. And I hate to say run out the clock, but bottom line is they will control the ball. Kick it around on their own half of the field. And they don't need to do anything senseless.
No, just stay in control. Now, we've seen a lot of goals come from Brazil in that 90th minute plus. So we know they don't stop attacking until that final whistle.
Well, they felt like they needed to develop a goal differential just in case there was a tie. And that was earlier on in the tournament. Well, they don't need that goal differential right now. All they need to do is finish out this game with a win. They move forward.
Yeah, at this point, we know they're probably going to move forward based off of, unless Germany can mount 3 goals within 2 minutes.
Based off the fact that they've won every game in the tournament and they have not given up a goal. I think that's the thing right now. They just don't want to give up a goal. They're just going to hang on to the ball. And you don't normally say that about soccer, but nonetheless, that's what you're taking a look at right now as we're 2 minutes into 3rd minute of stoppage time right now.
Yeah, so France is going to face China in the bronze medal match, as it appears, and Brazil against South Korea. This is the first time South Korea is going to be in the finals, for at least in my awareness. They may have done it before, but
we'll go back and check that.
Yeah, I want to make sure I got accurate information.
But I can tell you this, they have never won a gold medal.
No. But bravo to all these teams out there.
And that's a very good word for it. Goes down on the right side. Korea has been in the championship match.
That's going to do it.
And there's your whistle. They have been in the championship match and have come away with silver every time. And there's your whistle to end this match here, as Brazil has defeated Deutschland by the score of 3-0. Brazil advances to the gold medal match coming up against the Republic of Korea. That's again 7 p.m. Mountain Time here from Fort Bliss, Texas. And this match tonight belonged really all night long pretty much to Brazil. You just take a look at the shots that Brazil had, 25 shots on goal. They did manage to score 3 times tonight compared to only about 3 or 4 shots on goal by Germany. Credit the German goalkeeper, Janine Loris, because she did have 11 saves on the night. But Brazil kept knocking at the door, did not change their game plan, and they have beaten Germany by the score of 3-0, and now we'll move ahead to the gold medal match. We were talking about Korea earlier. Korea won a silver medal in 2009, a silver medal in 2010. They won another silver medal in 2012. They are probably tired of winning silver medals, but I will tell you this. In order to win the gold medal on Tuesday night, they're going to have to go up against a very powerful and strong team from Brazil. So it sets itself up as a good match on Tuesday night, the bronze medal game Tuesday morning. That's going to be at 10 o'clock Mountain Time. That is going to be China going against France for the bronze medal match. So it's been a full day of soccer here at Fort Bliss, Texas. Wherever you are around the globe, once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties that we've had to work through during the course of the evening, but we do thank you for your patience, and we're glad you have been with us. Hope you'll join us again. Tuesday, no soccer tomorrow. It's the off day, but hope you'll join us again at 10 a.m. Mountain Time for the bronze medal match Tuesday morning, July the 3rd, and then again 7 p.m. Tuesday night for the gold medal match between the Republic of Korea and Brazil. For my broadcast partner, Steve Denote, and for our entire broadcast crew, until Tuesday, I'm Van Stokes saying so long, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final score tonight, Brazil 3, Germany 0. Well, congratulations to both teams on a fine performance here in the 2018 CISM Women's World Football Championship. Once again, there will be no matches tomorrow. Tomorrow is an off day for the teams, the coaches, and the officials. And then on Tuesday, July the 3rd, at 10 o'clock here at Stout Field, the bronze medal match will be played between France and China. And at 7 o'clock, Tuesday night, July the 3rd, the gold medal match will kick off in the game between Brazil and the Republic of Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for your attendance tonight. Please drive safely, and we'll see you back again here at Stout Field on Tuesday night.